Hey, guys, welcome back to Breathe If You Agree. You have the yin and the yang today. You got the battery positive and the battery negative, right?
Hell yeah. Who's negative?
I would say probably you.
No, I'm actually in a really good mood.
Yeah, well, by the way, maybe actually because you're kind of like in the delusion of it all, you're
Right.
honestly you might be in a healthier headspace than I am because you're just so far gone.
No, I'm so exhausted. I forgot about all my problems.
Honestly, apparently the solution to all your problems is to go to Coachella, go to 0%.
Right.
But then the only thing that I am a little worried about is when it all comes crashing. Like
Totally.
this is a Coachella themed episode, by the way. But I specifically remember coming back. By the way, if I can carry, don't worry, baby, I can carry this episode.
Honestly, y'all, this is the last you'll hear from me until next episode.
yeah. You might never hear from me again until a week from today. No, I remember coming back from Coachella the one time I went, and I was like, yeah, it's like whatever. The day after, I remember the day after, like that Monday, I was like, oh, I'm fine, it's good, it's whatever. And then like Tuesday through Thursday, I was like, literally so scared.
Shout out. Back. Yeah, no, it was such a great time at Coachella. Shout out to Coachella for an amazing weekend. You went, this was my first time.
Yes.
So your first year and your only year was Beyonce. Who else?
Homecoming.
Obviously,
Coachella.
Beyonce, amazing. Who else was like one of the most iconic Coachella performances ever? Who else was performing that year?
That year? That's a good question. I really was there for Beyonce, but yeah. It was okay. I think Eminem was okay. Pass. I think it was Eminem. It was okay. We had The Weeknd, Beyonce, and Eminem. So that's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Yeah. SZA. No. I saw Haim. Oh no, actually, I went to right before Beyonce. It was I am this relationship. I was with some friends and we were at like Zoo at the Do Lab, and then we were like, fuck, we miss Haim. We like realized in the middle of it, and then this girl lost her phone and she was like, guys, she got stuck on this whole thing. She was like, guys, my dad's gonna absolutely kill me. I lost my phone. And we were all like, no, like it's okay, like just try to enjoy it. And she's like, no, you guys don't understand, my dad's gonna kill me. And we were like, wait, why do you keep saying that you're like when you say your dad's gonna kill you, like what do you mean? Yeah. And she's like, no guys, he's literally gonna kill me. And we were like, wait, what's going on with your dad? She's like, this is the third phone I've lost this month. And we were like, oh yeah, we would fucking kill you too if I was paying for your like I'm on your dad's side, honestly.
What are you doing with your phone?
Yeah, girl, like I mean this one got pickpocketed, but I'm like, where are they? Okay, everyone else is just I don't really know. Oh, Amine performed that year. That's also why I went, because my brother's performing, which we love. Thank you for the artist pass, mama.
I love Haim's little dancey dance they do. That like cute little thing. You know that little combo they do in that one song, or no?
Not really.
Where they like lean over with a flat back and they like pedal their legs.
Yes. Well, I don't know if you remember, but famously, I missed time. I was at the Do Lab. I was at the Do Lab stealing phones.
You know who was at the Do Lab, who was absolutely incredible, was our friend and former guest of this beautiful podcast, Vincent
with Trixie, right?
Yes, with Trixie Mattel.
I would have paid good money, because everyone knows that since I just love Drag Race so much, I'm a big fan of Trixie Mattel.
Exactly.
And a huge fan of Vincent. So that looked iconic. I mean, there are a lot of things to cover. I want to hear about your experience really quickly though. I right before this, there is this like girl who's on TikTok, and I just want to play this for you really quickly. Have you seen the girl who's doing like, this is my impression of a girl who has a crush on a guy named like Chris?
Oh yes, and she goes like, Chris.
Yeah, wait. Yeah. Tell me if you could hear it. Wait.
This is my impression of a girl who has a crush on a boy named Matthew.
Wait.
This is my impression of a girl who has a crush on a boy named Chris.
Can you hear it? Is it coming through?
Yeah.
And then Isaiah.
My impression of a girl who has a crush on a boy named Isaiah.
Her name, I want to shout her out. Her name is Alice Polo Coaster. I'm probably saying that wrong. It's so I laugh every it's like so it's so I know that I know it's not Coachella theme, but I was watching it before this. I watched it like 17 times. It's so funny.
Oh yeah,
Julian.
I love the concept, and also she'll never run out of concept.
No, literally. Nick. Like any name. Alessandra.
Did you have a new crush this week?
Me?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I was gonna say this till the end, but I have to show you something tonight when I see you. It's one of the scariest things that I've ever received in my entire life, and I can't fully dive into it on the podcast. It's that kind of scary. But no, but I kind of just it's no. It's I'm gonna look. I don't know. This person may be listening, and if you're listening, so glad that you're a fan of the pod. I appreciate what you had to say, but maybe turn this off right now. I'm not going to really get into the details of who this person is or what they said or whatever, but I will say that I woke up yesterday morning on a Sunday, right after like a day out with friends. I woke up at 9 a.m. I was like, I'm going to go to the gym. And I look at my phone and there's a text at 3:47 a.m. From a person that I really do not know well at all. I've met them one time. And I'm really not going to get into the details because I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared because I will say that when I opened this text message, a chill ran down my spine.
Oh,
I had to laugh about it, but it was 3 screenshots worth of a text message. It's like one of those ones you really have to scroll. And all I'm going to say is, sometimes when you don't know someone very well and you have some pretty strong feelings, maybe they're your own feelings because you don't know this person that well. I don't think it's entirely necessary to like write a diatribe to them when you really know nothing about them whatsoever. So I think sometimes too, just in the way where, some people are like, oh my God, gay people can be crazy. This like fell into that category for sure. It's probably the craziest text message I've ever received in my entire life, and I would love to read it on the pod, but I actually am gonna respect this person, especially if you're listening. See, I have some mutual respect, but I just think, in situations where you don't really know someone that like maybe you have hooked up with or you're going to hook up with, sometimes it might be good to write those things down that you have those feelings about and keep them to yourself. That you have a diary for a reason, notes app, or send it to a friend. But when you're sending this to a stranger who you've met one time, it's not going to be received, I think, in the way that you want it to be received. So just I'm also a little afraid. I am a little afraid. I'm afraid. I'm a little afraid. I'm going to show you the text message in an hour.
To everybody else listening, I actually have zero clue. I actually feel like we've been playing crosswords or like bananagrams or something, trying to like hint at
decipher.
Yeah, I couldn't. I am not Nicolas Cage. Pleasure.
All I'm saying is that I don't know. Like, for example, if you were the friend of someone who is like, I am gonna rip into this person who I've only hooked up with one time and like explain to them over a text message who they are and what their problems are, maybe as that friend you should tell your other friend like, hey, like you don't know that person, maybe don't send that text message. And that's all I'll say.
Okay.
And also just like everyone needs to calm down a little bit. Like stop scare. Some people can be really scary and I don't want to. Yes, that's all I'll say. And you're like, well, thanks for saying it. And by the way, you didn't say shit.
I couldn't be more lost, but that's okay. And
yes, that's okay.
You're lost, and sometimes you're found.
Maybe everything I said. Maybe everything I said made a lot of sense, and you just don't get it because you just got back from Coachella. I don't know.
Right.
Oh my God.
Well, since this episode is Coachella themed and you've made it all about yourself,
well, you know what? Someone's got to carry it. That's my. By the way, this was my Coachella. This was my Coachella weekend. Julian's head just went into the microphone. He just rested his head on the microphone. Okay, wait. Let's go back to Coachella.
Okay, let me read you a list of the artists I saw.
Okay.
Which is really cool.
I know. I did watch. I want to go into it with you about Gaga because I did watch the entire thing live.
Yes, and I want to say we were talking about this earlier, is how amazing music festivals are, and like how they are the most like economically sound way to see your favorite artist, because like you get to see like 12, 14 people in a day. Like if you like really go for it.
That's your vibe, yeah.
And even if you're like passing by and like see one song, like that was really cool. And Coachella is huge, but Lollapalooza is longer. Like the walking is longer.
Oh, you're saying Lollapalooza, it takes longer to get from stage to stage?
Yes, I think
I haven't been to Lollapalooza since I was in high school, so it's been a while. But I actually you know what? You're right. I feel like Coachella was not terrible getting around. The only thing that kind of sucks is that like if you're not with your people, it's really hard to meet.
Find them.
Were there? I'm assuming the phones were a problem there. It's every year. It's like impossible to get in touch with anyone.
Yeah, there was a lot of service problems, but there was also a lot of times where we had service that like I feel like we lost it, but then like you were able to find it. Like if you went to like a VIP area or something, exactly. Once you lost, see that actually the theme is lost and found.
Yes,
exactly. Sometimes you're lost and sometimes you're found, and
like you were during the story that I just told,
and during Coachella some of the time.
Yeah. What were your? I mean, what were what were the highlights? Let's get the tea, Mama.
Okay, so Friday.
Mama's back.
Friday we saw Loli Young, which is I'm Too Messy. Amazing.
I saw a clip of her. She got like, I mean, it was hot as fuck.
Yes.
I can't imagine performing in that heat.
Yeah, that was crazy. I think the first day, so like when we went in, we went to this entrance that was so crowded. It took so long to get in, and everybody was so hot. And that was really rough. The first day was rough getting in because also we didn't know where anything was. So like it was very much like get your bearings kind of deal. But like it was an amazing first day because then we went to see Marina and the Diamonds, which is
Marina and the Diamonds was like one of my first favorite artists like of all time in like 7th grade.
It was
one of my top 5 favorite songs of all time is "I'm Not a Robot" by Marina. I love her.
So good.
She looks like fucking
a Vivian Westwood dream. Yeah, she's incredible. We saw Tyla, who brought out Becky G.
Fun.
A.G. Cook, who played Party for You, and Charlie didn't play Party for You. Lisa, which was really cute.
Fun.
She said, she was
White Lotus, right?
Some of you may be fans of the White Lotus, and you were wondering what Mook is doing here. And she's like, this is Mook when she's not working.
That's cute.
And then Missy Elliott, Parcels, and Lady Gaga.
I watched a lot of Missy Elliott. And by the way, when I was watching Missy Elliott, I was just like, I mean, I know so much of her music, but you still sometimes, you know, when you watch an artist and you're like, damn, they just have, I burped. They have so many fucking hits.
Everything was
a hit.
It felt so like nostalgic, but also like she's like everlasting. So it's like iconic and like.
Well, as she says, hey, hey, hey. I'm what's
happening. And honey, she's
happening. She hasn't been stopping.
Did you see the like Wizard of Oz Jersey Club mix? Like at the Missy Elliott performance, it was literally like, you know, the Jersey Club where like the bed is squeaking and it's like,
oh yes, yeah.
And it was like Wizard of Oz. There was like a scarecrow doing breakdancing.
I came in a little late, so I maybe missed that.
Right. And then also when I hear that one song that was like the theme song of Stick It.
Oh, fuck.
I always want to take my bra strap out of my leotard and like strap it over my shoulder.
Yeah.
You absolutely hate me.
No, I don't know. I just don't know the song you're talking about.
Oh, you acted like you did.
I know, but I thought you were then going to say it, and I was going to be able to pretend that I knew you were talking about.
Once again, I'm lost.
And I'm going to find you.
Okay, then, well, actually, let's talk about Lady Gaga right now.
Let's talk about Gaga.
Closing out Friday. Like, artistic masterpiece.
Like, just fucking amazing. And also it just goes to show too, like she played so many of my favorite songs and I still was like, oh my God, 30 of my favorite songs are missing. And it just made me think, I was just like, what a fucking icon that there are, I could name 30 more songs that I want to hear that she couldn't play because she had to play these other, like she played other ones. Bloody Mary, Into Judas. Bloody Mary to Abracadabra, Into Judas. I forget what the order was, but
I feel like Abracadabra into like Shiza.
Shiza.
Wait, isn't there a B?
Yeah, but it's Shiza. It's like it's German.
Oh, right. Well.
I like that. I actually like Shibi more. No, but Judas. I mean, it was just so good. It was honestly like. That was the moment where I was like, I'm so sad that I'm not there. I also was just like, I really want to be in the crowd with you and our friends. Yeah. But I thought it was amazing, and she's just she sounded amazing.
The sandbox.
I was the litter box.
Litter box.
I kept expecting to see a little kitty turd.
That was
I love that.
Loved amazing.
It. Yeah.
And I loved her wig. I loved the bang with the long, like, curly tendrils. That was
I loved the bob.
The bob was amazing. Very Edna mode.
Yes.
She said, no hips.
Also, I loved her with her little cane. I'm obsessed with her cane.
She has that walk down.
She has it down. She has it down.
And she's so rehearsed. She's so good. Like, she like...
Yeah.
She puts her all into it.
Also, the chessboard.
Yeah.
That was fucking amazing. Also, I will say my favorite part though is because as someone who's having some tough times right now, my favorite part is when she paused and she goes, if you're right before Shallow, what did she say? If you're having hard times, I'm so sorry.
She literally, it's during Shallow and it's in the middle of Shallow. So she's been singing already. And it's just like a small little section. I'll play it for you.
Okay, thank you.
And then she kept singing.
Literally, by the way, I'm sitting there with Jackson and Tyler, and Jackson and I go, thank you. Oh, thanks. I mean, like, I guess thanks. And like, how did you know, girl? But I loved her. I love when she takes a little break and you're just like, whatever you say, girl.
I mean, it happens to me all the time on this podcast, as you can tell. Sometimes I start to say something and then you just like lose track and maybe keep going, because I was like, maybe we ran out of time, but then I was like, she was playing the piano, so she could dance and just like talk more. Yeah. But maybe she just was like,
well, by the way, maybe she's just like, I'm sorry. By the way, I was a little bit like, damn, Gaga, thank you from me, from all the way here on Jackson's couch in Los Angeles, California, watching the YouTube Coachella live stream of Lady Gaga. I have to say thank you, because I am having some hard fucking times, bitch. Like, how'd you know? Anyway,
no, she was
I loved that. She was amazing.
Yeah, I think Abracadabra. Expecting Abracadabra to be the ending and it be so in the front was like.
Well, by the way, Bettina told us, our friend Bettina before, she was like, I'm going to freak out if Abracadabra's the last song, because then I'm going to know that it's the end and I'm going to be sad and we're going to be going home. So Abracadabra comes on in like second or third song. I turn to Jackson. I'm like, Bettina's probably like, right now, knowing that it's not the last song.
Oh, it was so good. Props to you and congratulations, Lady Gaga.
Yes, Gaga, like,
so iconic.
You guru'd, you Gaga'd.
Gaga, you look so good. You look so good, Gaga. You look so good, Gaga. So Saturday, we started off strong with Yo Gabba Gabba. And they were iconic. They brought out who we missed. I think they brought him out in the beginning. They bring Flava Flav. And they also brought out Thundercat, which was like amazing. And then at the end, they brought out Weird Al Yankovic. And
fun.
Yeah.
Running with
then we saw T-Pain, which was such a vibe. I love
T-Pain. Right?
Yeah. She move her body like a cyclone. She wanna move it all night long.
What's the main? What are the other really? It's T-Pain. That's
Bartender. She's looking at me.
It's giving like 2010.
I'm in love with the stripper. She
ride. Yeah.
What's another one?
T-Pain. Well, isn't T-Pain like featured on a million songs?
Yeah. T-Pain, after walking for so long, call me knee pain.
Oh, all I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Yeah.
Like that, the classical version.
Then it was Trixie and Vincent, amazing. Then it was Charlie, who brought out Troye Sivan, Billie Eilish, and Lorde, which was incredible. Did you see the ending of her set?
No, I tried to set it up, but it didn't work.
It was really beautiful. It was talking about like the end of Brat. What I thought was really interesting for her performance was that obviously we can see like the transition into the next era because there was no green at all. And at the end she was like saying like, is it over? Like, does that mean like this is going? And like, I hope it's not over, but like I'm still Charlie. Like it was really beautiful. I loved her performance. Like that album is so iconic.
It's so good. That's honestly the two things I wanted to go to this weekend were Gaga and Charlie.
Yeah.
I didn't
her
get to go to
performance is just like
3, 6, 5, party
the way
girl.
she moved. Like it's just like in her body. It's so cool. Then we saw Green Day. Well, no, we're not even done. Green Day, Horse Girl, Mao P, The Dare.
Damn, you really did see a lot.
Which was amazing.
Okay.
They did this amazing remix of the Bad Bunny song, Photographs, I believe.
Okay.
Barry Can't Swim and 2 DJs, Travis Scott, and then we saw Anderson .Paak's DJ set at me.
Oh, fun.
So that was
all
day.
on Saturday?
That was all Saturday.
I'm tired hearing it.
Yeah. Which is really cool. I mean, it's just like really cool. Also, shout out to Raph, who made this list that
amazing.
We did every day. She wrote everybody down.
Oh my God, so thank you, Raph.
Remembered.
Thank you, Raph, who's probably sitting in another room in your home right now, right?
She's 10 feet in front of me.
Hey, Raph.
She says, hey, pod. Then on Sunday, we started off strong with Amare, which is like Angels in Tibet. You know that song?
Okay. No.
She's amazing. She's from Ghana.
Okay. Oh,
and her music is played in a lot of dance classes. I've taken some playground classes here that use her music. It's like amazing. She was such a star. I'm so excited for her. Like in the music, the performance, she like just stared down the barrel of the camera and was eating the entire performance. Then we saw I saw Money Long, who was so good, who sings Twin, where have you been? Nobody knows me like you do. Yeah. And then yours, mine, ours. I could do this. That song too. She was amazing. And she brought out Leon Thomas, who's like, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. And he sang that song.
By the way, who needs Coachella when you have Julian?
Exactly. Then we had Jenny. Ooh, rock with Jenny. Hey, she was so good. Yeah. She was really good. And she brought out Kali Uchis, which we love. And then we had Meg Thee Stallion, who brought out, I think, my favorite guest of Coachella, Queen Latifah.
So fun.
Which I freaked out.
I love Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah.
Last Holiday, one of the best movies of all time. Last Holiday, I'm sorry. Hello. Bringing Down the House.
Hi.
Hello.
Incredible. Beauty Shop.
Hello.
Girls Trip.
Hello.
So good. I absolutely love it.
Call me Adele.
And Meg Thee Stallion also brought out Sierra, My Goodies, My Goodies.
Oh, this beat is automatic. Supersonic. Hypnotic.
Funky Fresh. Yeah. Then she brought out Victoria Monet.
Love. Loving all these like
she was doing flips and acrobatics. She was
no. She's Fergieing it.
She was sickening.
Yeah.
And then there was Zed who brought out.
Oh,
It was
fun.
interesting. Brought out Maren Morris, who we like heard but I didn't see, and then
Mm-hmm.
brought out John Mayer, and John Mayer sang one of his songs.
That is one's land. Wait, for
Yeah.
Zed?
It was really wild. It was cool because it was like an interesting thing. But 5 minutes after we're like walking away and like Break Free is like
no way.
Like,
did you run back?
No, actually Break Free was before we walked away, but like it went back to like electronic music. So it was like John Mayer and then like back to like Amazing Classics by Zed. But you're just kind of like, yeah, okay, love. Like switch it up with it. It's nice. And then we saw some of Post Malone.
Fun. I mean, that sounds like you did so much and you saw such a good like amalgamation of people. And honestly, it's like when you hear it like that, I don't know, sometimes I feel like when I see the Coachella lineup, I get overwhelmed and I'm like, well, I like these two people. And it's like you kind of just forget that there's so many fucking talented people in the desert.
Literally everything we walked by, I like didn't at all like go to something and be like, I want to leave. And if you did, that's like the cool thing. It's like if you're not vibing, you literally walk to the next thing. Or like get some food. There was some good food.
What are your lessons from the weekend? What did you take away from the desert and what did you bring back into your life here now?
I think that I learned getting there and getting home is very difficult and requires ample amount of time. So like if you really want to see somebody, you need to go early.
Yeah.
I think each time we went a little bit later than I expect, or like every time was right. Like it felt good. Like I didn't feel like I was there like not a lot of the time. Every time we got there by like 3:30.
Yeah, that's when. Yeah,
like
I feel like when I went, we went Friday like 3. Then Saturday we were there at like 3:30. Then on Sunday we were there at like 4 or 5.
Yeah, it was.
You get a little more tired every day.
But I think next time I go, which I'm like definitely approved, I would go again for sure. It was a lovely time. But I would take that into account and go earlier so I can enjoy more of the
actual festival.
Yeah, like the things that aren't music, because like no shade, like if there aren't people playing, because like later in the day that specifically, I think it would be nice to like sit and chill, and not that we didn't have that, but like because we really did want to see like a lot there wasn't as much like we could like to do
sitting
the Ferris wheel or like do the color ramp thing that you like walk up like and just like chill like underneath the balloons, like we had a little bit of that, but like or like sit down, like there's a Kazunori, like I would have loved to like sit down, but you had to sit at the bar, like you had to like have the time.
I feel like some of my favorite memories at Coachella were just like sitting in like a circle and like the picnic area. I remember fondly one of my friends texted me from the bathroom. We were like, where is he? He's taking so long. And he had texted us and he was like, guys, I took too much Molly and I forgot how to pee. So he was sitting in a stall for like 30 minutes trying to remember how to pee. And that Googling, pushing, screaming, doing all the things. And that to me, that's what Coachella is all about. No, but it really was. That's the thing is that like I think the reason that I've been so scared to go back is because I look back on the weekend so fondly that I'm like, I don't want to fuck it up. But also like now I'm like, okay, like the crew you were with, I was a little bit like, fuck me, should have done it. But there's more time.
In our house, like not to rub salt in the wound, but their house was amazing, which was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, that really helps.
Yeah, it was a really great time. And I think what I'm taking away is a reminder of how many people are on this earth, like how many different stories. I don't know, like sometimes you like looking around and you're like, wow, there were a lot of young people, there were a lot of older people, like in all different ages from all over, which was just like so cool to see. And also so many, I'm starting a new code word, everybody. So like when someone's cute, we made this code word that is Tangy. So like if someone's cute and you're like, there's a Tangy, because tangerine cuties.
Okay.
So you're like, okay, Tangy.
Tangy.
And there were so many Tangies.
Oh my God, I'm sure.
Yeah, I will say I am hornier than I was before.
That's great. Well, by the way, as the summer
music.
and yeah, exactly. I just want to suck dick because of all the music. Yeah,
I love artistry.
I saw the Ferris wheel and I was like, I need to suck a dick.
I kneel at the feet of artistry.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think that's a good thing. I think Coachella. What's nice about it too, especially with this horniness, this newfound horniness, is that it's really catapulting us into a summer of slobbing on the knob. You know, of kneeling at the heel. Of bending like Beckham, you know. I think
kneeling
the summer.
At the heel. You're
that's
like
new.
Getting on your knees, seat ass.
Well, you know, someone's gotta manja.
Do people eat ass standing up? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, girl. Some people eat ass flipped upside down, being held upside down.
Yeah. Have you ever experienced that?
I think we're out of time.
I won't say if it's me or not, but I have been dealt with that way, and
I've been dealt with. I know, I love that. Yeah, you've been a very bad girl, Gaga. No, I mean, very bad girl.
Okay, I won't say if it's me or a friend. I'll just
no, but I'm obsessed with dealt with. Like, I want to be like, yeah, he dealt with me. But we both dealt with each other.
But after, I'm pretty sure I was like, that is the fun party trick.
yeah.
Cause while like, you know, potentially again, my friend maybe enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But then also after a while, you're like, what am I, Spider-Man hanging?
Yeah. Also, you're a little bit like the blood is rushing to my head. Maybe I like this so much because I'm losing consciousness. Well, I'm glad that you're back and you seem wonderful. And I am so glad you had such a great Coachella time.
It was so good.
I don't know. Maybe I'll go with you next time.
If you had to open a Coachella set and do a whole performance, what would your opening be?
What like song any song?
Like what's your like exit song? You know, in football when you have your entrance music.
Mm-hmm. What's my exit song or my entrance?
Both.
Okay, I would probably start with what Beyonce started with, which I think is a great entrance, Crazy in Love. I think it really gets the crowd hyped up. Everyone knows it. You're like, here we are. And then I would
same outfit and everything.
Yeah. I actually, you know what's so funny is that Beyonce was on Saturday and I on Friday wore ripped short jean jorts and a yellow cropped shirt, and that's what she ended up wearing on Saturday. So someone must have seen me and told them to go make all those outfits.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Yeah.
Was it crispy? And then my exit song would probably be I have no idea. I would have to think about that. What about you?
I think I would want to do something. I like Lady Gaga's like theatrical opening. I think I'd like to set the scene. If I were to do a Coachella set, I'd want to do something as like world building as she did. Like where like it's a full storyline going through the journey. And like I love that it was like her battle with herself and all that. So something like that, maybe like narration where it's like we begin.
Yes.
In, you know, like that. Yeah. And then my exit would definitely be something high pitched and fast. So I could be like, good night, everybody.
Yeah.
I
love you so much and I thank you so much for here.
I'll never forget this moment. I love you. I love you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I see you. When did you do that? You're quitting more than yesterday. You know?
Yes. I haven't seen you in 10 years. Oh my God, I love you. Send my love to your mother.
You know what I love too? Green Day brought up a fan and they like sang this song together and it was like someone living their dreams. It's the most beautiful thing ever. Like this girl got brought up and like obviously it was probably her favorite band. Or I hope it was, but it seemed like
she's like, who the fuck are you?
She's like, hey, she gets on stage, she's like, where's the bathroom? You work here, right?
Or she's like, help! Well, I love you.
I love you so much.
I'm so glad Coachella was wonderful.
We're gonna drop off this podcast because we are going to see the movie Drop. So we'll have an in-depth review of it next week.
And
we're starring Megan Fahey from last season's White Lotus, which happy but sad that the ending of White Lotus happened.
Yes.
We love it. Mike White, see you next season. Cast me and Nick.
Yeah.
We'll be at the White Lotus.
We could be a gay couple, or gay brothers, or gay enemies, or just gay, or we could be straight. Look, this is me as a straight man. I'm gonna have another baby. Nick, no, I just want to travel. Anyway,
I don't want to.
Love you guys. See you next week. Also, we actually have a guest next week, which is really exciting. Don't do this.
Don't do
this. But we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Love you.
Bye.